Hello, hello, hello. I just woke up. So naturally, I'm gonna talk about movies first thing in the morning.
Stop it. Get some help.
I just watched Happy Gilmore 2. Now, I had not seen the original Happy Gilmore, so I had to go back and watch that one too. So I actually did a double feature and watched both of them in a row. So, you know, the nostalgia baity thing that a lot of people get worried about with these sort of legacy sequels, I was immune to it because I had no nostalgia for Happy Gilmore. So watching this movie right after seeing the first one, I can immediately say, whilst it is fun and a good time, it is heavily relying on you to have a lot of love for the first movie. When I say that there are a lot of flashbacks in this film, there are a lot of flashbacks, and there are a lot of references. Some good, some bad. I do think that this is an okay Adam Sandler movie. The issue is, I'm not the biggest Adam Sandler fan. I like him. I think he's a right-on dude. And I like The Wedding Singer. That's pretty much it. So, going into this, I actually ended up enjoying the first one, but I can definitely notice there is a shift in quality between the first and the second film. For one thing, the second one, I feel like the plot wasn't as interesting. I thought it was a bit too ridiculous. The first movie was ridiculous. It was crazy and silly for a comedy movie. The second one kept that sort of charm to it where the comedy was very ridiculous and unrealistic, which I was fine with. But the plot to me was a bit, I don't know, it felt a little silly. And I think that the bad guy who, you know, the antagonist who's doing all this crazy stuff and putting Adam Sandler's character, Happy Gilmore, into this situation, which is, so the bad guy, basically, he's made this weird golf tournament thing that is very modernized and fast-paced in order to compete with traditional golf. And Happy Gilmore is trying to save traditional golf. You know, with all that's happening, the bad guy didn't really get fleshed out very much. Whereas the first movie's bad guy, I felt like we had a bit more of an understanding of his motives. You know, the original bad guy was very jealous and he wanted to be number one. And it was very simple motivations, but they were still clear nonetheless. They were there and they were very well defined. The same bad guy is actually, from the first one, is in this movie, but he's now a good guy. He's working with Happy Gilmore's character. I liked that. I liked seeing them together. I thought it was fun that he's changed teams and they're having to work together now to save traditional golf. That was all really good stuff. I just felt like the new bad guy wasn't really as fleshed out as he should have been. But I didn't really find him very interesting in the first place. So that was one of my issues. My other thing is, when it comes to Happy Gilmore's character, Adam Sandler is doing a great job of recreating the same personality as he did in the first one. I don't think his performance is in any way jeopardized. It is 100% good. I liked it. I'm very happy with that. He wasn't too silly, he wasn't too normal, he was just good. As for the things that happened to the character at the start of the movie, you see a little montage of him and his life after Happy Gilmore 1, and it has a bit of a twist to it. And I gotta be honest, it caught me off guard. I can see a lot of people maybe getting mad at this twist, but honestly, I just found it really funny. I really did. I actually thought it was hilarious. And unexpectedly hilarious too. So, in terms of where we are here, I have a lot of mixed opinions because some of it I thought was really interesting and enjoyable. Some of it I thought was really tacky and silly, and kind of, the movie relies too much on your love for the original, and it feels like it's being held back a lot. Like I said, there are a lot of flashbacks. There are a lot of characters who have been put in place to substitute roles that older characters played in the original movie. If you've seen Happy Gilmore 2, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of, oh, this is the guy who's the son of that guy from the old movie, or this is the daughter from that one character who was in the old movie, who couldn't show up because I guess they passed away or something. And they always put a heavy emphasis on explaining that, and then they'll show a flashback of who they're the son or daughter of, and then they'll barely be in the movie after that, so it feels pointless that they even had that scene. And I just think I didn't need that sort of stuff. I feel like if you cut a lot of that out, the pacing could have been better if you removed a lot of that stuff. As for the outcome, when the climax of the film happened, I felt weird because I didn't realize that was the finale, like the climax of the movie. When the movie's conclusion happened, I thought that was like a rising action where it was like, it wasn't at the top yet, but it was getting there. And then the movie stopped and they're like, oh, we won and, you know, it's all over. And I felt really disappointed by that because I thought it would go on a little longer, and the tension and the stakes would get bigger. But then again, it's Happy Gilmore, so what was I expecting? But it's okay. So yeah, look, the movie is interesting. I liked it for what it is, but it is not as good as the original. And so I will be giving Happy Gilmore 2 a decent 6 out of 10. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't a really big fan of this one. But then again, I did get to see the original out of going to see this one, so I did get to enjoy most of my experience the other day. Anyway, Happy Gilmore 2 is a movie, and it does exist, and you can watch it. Anyway, bye!